Hi CJ, this is Amanda with Digital Velocity and SEO, and this is the screencast video I was telling you about. Until I go, or before I go over to your website, I wanted to kind of take a look at your Google business listing and give you some pointers about some stuff on here. So I noticed that your reviews, you've got a negative review on here that you haven't responded to. So making sure that you respond to all of your reviews right away, and that if you receive a negative review, you are responding to it very quickly and providing solution. So it's shown that, most people don't mind businesses having negative reviews, one or two here or there, if they are responded to in an appropriate manner and if the service provider is attempting to rectify the situation. So making sure that you respond to that review is really important. I see here, we'd like to build this out. They give you 750 words to write your description, so making sure that you've got a keyword thrown in there is important. You need to add some more pictures. Basically, you only got like 6 or 7 pictures on here, and this is a really important part of ranking. And you can geotag them with your location, which is an extra little boost for SEO. That, and then the questions and answers spot here is not filled out. So basically, if you don't have anybody that's asking you for questions or answers, you can go ahead and go in there and fill this out yourself and just ask questions and answer them. Stuff that, people normally ask you. So it will provide value for whoever's reading it. I see your socials are linked, and you've got descriptions for your products here, so that's good. But just basically, so when you search for a service, let's say, I'll show you right here. So we'll go estate planning, lawyer, Tukwila. So basically, to get into this map pack, it takes a set of 2 things. It takes that optimized Google business listing, so like what I was just telling you about, and then citations. So citations are basically your name, address, and phone number as it shows up on Google in different directories across the web. So places like Yext, Yellow Pages, BBB, anywhere there's a business directory listing, basically. My company, when we work with other companies, we go in and we build 200 of those citations for each client that we work with, so that you far surpass your competition, and so that it takes them a while to catch back up. And because it's 50% of the ranking factor for your Google business listing. So making sure that you have those citations done. And then, so like this is the map pack section right here, and then down below here is the organic section. So it takes different things to get into these different sections. So the map pack I just explained, and then to get into the organic section, this is where your website comes into play. So realistically, it's best to have you in all sections, having you up top with the Google guaranteed ads, and then having you ranking in the map pack, and then having your website ranking too. So what we're trying to do, essentially is to get you into as much of page 1 of Google as possible, so that you really aren't providing people with a lot more options. You're just smack dab right there when they search for your service. So getting you to all 3 of those sections is beneficial in their own way. But looking at your website, I did, oh shoot, it signed me out here. I did find your website once I put in the correct URL. Let me sign into these other ones too. No, get out of here. I hate this thing. Okay, now, what is going on? I'm sorry. I don't know why this is doing this. Okay, let's log in now. Goodness gracious. Today is not my day. Oh my lord. So I did find your website once I put the correct URL in there. And you are showing up for some keywords. You've got, hold on. My lord, why is this thing in my freaking way? There we go. Okay, sign into this one more. And this shows the you know, overall, like, analytics for your website when it was listed. So basically, like, the UR and the DR score here are the trust that Google has in you, that you are who you say you are and you do what you say you do, and the power that's being driven to your website. And you drive power to your website through what's called backlinks. Backlinks are basically any site that has a link that leads back to your site. So if there was a blog post about estate planning and that author provided you a link back to your website, if it's what's called a do follow link, then that means that they're saying, hey Google, it's okay for you to share my website's power with this other website. And so that's how you move yourself up in the rankings for your certain keywords. You build backlinks to those keywords. So the referring domains are just the websites that host those backlinks. Keywords, this is really important. This is what somebody's going to type into the Google search bar to find you. So it looks like, you know, these are the keywords that you're showing up for right now, like your name, your business name, commercial real estate Tukwila, business lawyer Tacoma estate planning lawyer. So the volume on this is pretty low. You know, there's only 20 people per month searching for this, 10 people. So, and then the traffic is how many traffic you're getting to your website with this keyword. The paid is if you were running any pay-per-click ads, and the position is the position that you're in on Google. So for your name, you're ranking 9th for your name, and 33rd for your actual business name. So, you know, working to get these moved up, you know, you can see here, if you were ranking higher for this, you'd pull in more traffic for it. So like you're on the 5th page of Google for commercial real estate Tukwila. So yeah, just making sure that you know, are doing monthly SEO basically to get these rankings up, and then, you know, finding the words that you're not ranking for, that your competition is, and then also getting you ranking for those words. So like this is your competition right here. They've got, you know, substantially more backlinks than you do, so they're getting more power to their website. So you got 1,400, they've got, you know, 5,000, and 548 keywords, which is why they're bringing in 231 traffic. So looking at their keywords, you can see like all these keywords right here, all these keywords on page 1, they're bringing in some sort of traffic from it. So like Dimension Law Group, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Eviction Process, Washington State. Some of these won't be relevant, but let's see. Estate planning for real estate investors. So we'd go through and we would evaluate this list and see, you know, what's bringing them traffic, if it's something that's going to convert, if it's something that we want to go after for you, and, you know, then we would target that keyword in the content on your website and then do monthly SEO to, you know, get you up in the rankings for them, because you'll initially show up, you know, as soon as we put it into the content on your webpage and Google scans it, you'll show up for whatever keywords we put in there, but you'll be on page, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, depending on how much competition there is that's also trying to rank for that word. So to get you into the first positions, which is where you're going to actually see traffic, that's where the monthly SEO comes into play. So that was one of your competitors. This is another one of your competitors that I pulled up. They're really not bringing in a whole lot of traffic. It's a pretty big drop from this person who was bringing in, I think, 238 traffic to 9 traffic, you know, 231. So you can really see the difference in the amount of keywords that they have, 105 versus 548. So, you know, this is where their traffic is coming from. And so getting you, you know, ranking for more keywords is what's going to really bring traffic to your website and give you that opportunity to convert. But so that's how we could kind of help you on the website part of it, and then on the Google Guaranteed part of it, or actually it's Google Screened for lawyers, not Google Guaranteed. So it's the same thing though. It's just for, you know, different types of businesses. But we could definitely help you getting that, you know, optimized and then running it monthly for you if you choose to do that. If you want to move forward and have that 20-minute phone call with me, just let me know and we can get that scheduled and take it from there. So I hope you found this helpful and have a great evening.